Oh yeah, that water feels real nice. Real nice, my friends. I got one of these Sweet Janes, or is it Sweet Mary Jane cigar. Oh yeah. Well, folks, I have figured out the audio solution. If you're trying to get perfect audio in a swimming pool, I have solved the issue. I'm telling you, I'm an absolute genius. The audio should be absolutely just fabulous on this here video. I got to thinking, because where are you going to clip it? You can clip it on your hat, but usually I'm not wearing a hat in the swimming pool. Matter of fact, the sun's already went down. But I said, what do I always have in my hand? I always got a beer in my hand. I said, what if I clip that wireless microphone? Because look, I mean, I'm standing on my tippy toes in this here swimming pool right now, just to keep from, getting my cigar wet. So I always got to protect my beer, keep it above the water, right? Now you could just kind of sit it right here, let it float a little bit. But I came up with this great idea. I said, what if I clip the wireless microphone to my beer? So, I tried out several things. I tried clipping it to the beer bottle there. That didn't work out so good. Now, if you had a koozie, you could probably clip it to the koozie, but the koozie's a little bit too fat for that little clip, right? So, now you don't want to drop the beer. That's the end of the wireless microphone. I tried it on a glass. It works on a glass, but it'll come on easy. It'll come off, right? But I found this redneck Dixie cup. Now, it's not one of them throwaway. This is not a disposable. Oh, that's a probably loud clicking noise on the audio. This is a permanent cup. It's not a throwaway cup. It's not a throwaway Dixie cup. Permanent cup. And it's got that lip and it's sturdy. And I'm here to tell you, that little wireless microphone ain't coming off of there. I'm an absolute genius. And like I said, I've always got a beer in my hand. If not, the beer is close by. Look at there. I can set that right there. You should have great audio, standing audio. I don't want it to float over the side here. But let's see if we can get a tune out of this trombone. Oh, whoa, yeah. Oh, look at her. Oh, yeah. Come on in now. All right, now. Now, you don't want to fill it up to the very top, to the brim, because then it could get beer on the clip and then spill over. But let me just check this. Yeah, it's getting sturdy. So when I'm narrating this here video, I can turn it towards me. And when I'm drinking my beer, I just turn it away from me. Oh yeah, that's good cold beer right there. Oh. Now there I go. If I was going to set it over there, then the audio wouldn't be good. Well, folks, I want to welcome you to today's video. That is the most delicious tasting cigar. Sweet Janes. So folks, I want to welcome y'all. Oh yeah, I need to get a little exercise going on while I'm at it here. I want to welcome y'all to today's video. Creativity can't be forced. At least in my world, creativity cannot be forced. The days that I don't publish a video, a travel show, something, it's because there was no creativity that flowed into my brain on that day. Could be because I had too much to do and I wasn't drinking and my mind wasn't right. Get your mind right, Luke. But on those days when you want to be productive, you want to publish something, you want to produce something, you want to put something out there for your entertainment pleasure, but it just don't come to me, I just can't do it. And then it's just like, okay, just call it off. Call off the game for rain. Folks, creativity, like I said, it can't be rushed. It can't be manufactured. At least in my brain, it just has to come to me. And for some reason today, I didn't even have any beer in the refrigerator. There was no beer in the ref. This cup wasn't sitting on my desk or anything like that. I just got to thinking, man, it's hot today. Oh my gosh, it was hot. It's hot. Midday here in Thailand, folks, it is so hot. The only place to be is in the swimming pool. Swimming pool or in the water at the beach. Or, I'm not big on sitting in the house in the aircon, but you got to be somewhere. It's hot. Just lovely weather here. So I don't know. I think I was like, I'm going to go swimming, but I need to talk about something today. And I've just had some more ideas about retirement in mind I want to talk about. I said, well, let me hit that pool first. Hit a couple beers. Smoking this cigar. I just opened these. This is the first time I've had one of these. And oh my God, they're delicious. I mean, the taste of that cigar is like candy. I'm going to spark this one up as soon as I take a break here. Okay, so somehow or another, I say, I'm going swimming. And I don't know how I figured it out. But next thing you know, I came up with the best idea to get audio when you're in a swimming pool that anybody has ever come up with, ever. This beats a hat. This beats a boom mic. No. You just clip that little wireless mic right there. No need for a lab mic. Just clip it on that Dixie cup. And that clip fits that little lip right there. It ain't going nowhere. Okay, so the topic of the video. I've been just jotting down some notes about retirement. And folks, I talk about retirement in dozens of videos. But what you come to realize on YouTube is you're constantly picking up new viewers, so everybody hasn't seen all your videos. They don't know what you're about. B, opinions and advice and views change as we get older, as I run into people, as I listen to stories. And so what really crippled me early in the YouTube game was I couldn't believe that you could do the same video twice and people would actually watch it. And then you start watching all these guys who do food videos and you realize they do the same damn thing every day. And people watch the hell out of it. So anyhow, I'm going to talk about retirement today. I don't know if I'm going to do it here in this pool because I'm going to swim some laps. I just figured I would start it out and put you in a mindset. And also for all my photography, or not photography, all my cinematography and videography folks, I just solved a million problems for you. So there you go. Just clip the wireless mic onto your beer and you're good. You're absolutely good. Well, Oh. So you don't want to fill it up too high. Them suds will get on that clip, and then it might run down on the battery terminals. I don't recommend getting beer on your recharging terminals. It might not work. Don't try this at home. Maybe if I drop this thing in the pool, it's got lithium batteries, it's gonna spark up. You know, hopefully don't burn my balls. But anyhow, yeah, back to retirement. I'll just say this before I go swim my laps. So many people on the internet and on YouTube are talking about retirement, right? And a lot of it's financial advice. And I'm gonna talk about them motherfucking gurus too. They're just putting horse shit out there. They're putting horse shit out there because nobody is talking about what you really need to be thinking about when it comes to retirement. I've said it before, and I'm going to say it again. So here we go. Folks, in this video, in this block of instruction, what's in it for me? It's called the WIFM, right? WIFM, W-I-I-F-M. What's in it for me? This video is designed to invoke thought and nothing more. It's designed to invoke thought in you, the viewer. If you arrived here searching for information about retirement, then this video is for you. If you're looking for the answer up front within the first 10 seconds, it obviously ain't going to be there because I've already talked for 10 minutes. But I ain't in no hurry because I'm in paradise. Where am I? Right now I'm in Thailand. For me, that's paradise. It might not be your paradise, but Thailand is my paradise. If my children were here, there would be nothing better in my world. Nothing you could show me that'd be better. If I have my kids here with me in Thailand, and eventually that'll happen. Right now they're in the Philippines, and I'm missing them very much. But I hope I just put you in a mindset, invoked some thought, and maybe motivated you to listen to what I got to say. And as always, you'll learn more in the comment section. Easy, Blue. Get him, Blue. You'll learn more in the comment section from people much older and much wiser than me if they choose to chime in. But you know, a lot of my subscribers, late 60s, 70s, I don't even call you a subscriber. You're a viewer. And you know why they're a viewer? And then they don't subscribe? Because they watch me on a big screen TV and they're not even logged in. They don't even know how to subscribe to YouTube. You know why? Because they're an older generation. You know what? They grew up without computers and they're just chilling and they know how to search for my show and watch it, but they don't even know how to subscribe. Don't even have an account, don't want one. But you know what? That demographic of folks is really who I wish would sit down and write some comments on these retirement videos, because they're the wise men. They're the true gurus. But the true gurus, they're just chilling. They ain't gonna waste their time sitting there, writing a book about retirement. When they're late 70s, they're just chilling, watching the videos, enjoying life. They ain't even logged in. So anyhow. Alright folks, I'm going to enjoy myself and I'm going to spark up this Sweet Jane. Is it Sweet Jane or Sweet Mary Jane? I can't remember. They come in a little metal tin. That is so delicious. That is so damn delicious right there. What I want to do is just chop it up into like 4 pieces and just use them as a skull bandit. And then that way I can get the maximum effect out of it. But that's just the taste. I guess I should spark it up, smoke it. Alright folks, that's the intro to the video. How long is that? 15, 20 minutes? If you're in such a... Ooh, see, I'm pointing the microphone away, but it's an omnidirectional. Let me point it back towards me here. If you're one of those type of people that's planning your retirement 12 years from now, maybe you want to start listening to some of us who ain't in so much of a hurry. That don't translate into lazy or non-productive. It just translates into a different mindset. It's a mindset of, hold on, let me get a drink here. It's a mindset or the two bulls, you know, the Papa Bull and the Son Bull, young bull sitting up on the ridge line. Y'all heard this story. Well, at least anybody over 50's heard the story. These young skinny jean wearing dudes, if you're watching, maybe you ain't heard stories like this. But it goes something like this. You know, this old bull, the dad, this young bull, the son, standing up on this ridge line looking out at all these cows. All these beautiful cows down there, right? And the young bull says, "Hey, Dad, why don't we run down there one of them cows?" The old bull, the dad, says, "Why don't we walk down there and fuck them all?" I think that's an ancient redneck proverb. Probably originated sometime around, 800 years. Hell, how the hell do I know? Who the hell made that up? You know what I mean? It could be, I have no idea. All right, let's finish off this beer. Listen to my Nashville video. I just realized I'm holding this cup in front of my face, and I'm wondering if that autofocus is focusing on that cup or my eye. It's supposed to be focusing on my eye, but it's a long way away. The reason I'm gonna do this video inside instead of from this beautiful swimming pool is because I did take some notes, and I am going to try to stay on track, even though I've had some beers. Should I just bring my laptop and set it up right here and go off my notes? Hell, that'd probably be better. Let's do it. What's the worst that can happen? You have a $4,000 laptop falling in the swimming pool? Worst things have happened in my life, my friends. Worst things have happened. Now, folks, I didn't bring my laptop out here. I printed something out. I've already got the papers wet. And my damn printer is, the toner's like 3 years old. Ain't been used in 3 years. I need a new one. So it's got like streaks going down and I can't see all my notes. The wind's about to blow this stuff in the pool. Early retirement. Only one number truly matters, or only one number matters. What's that number? 75. 75. Why? That's the only number that matters to males in the United States. Most males. Many of you. That's your life expectancy, give or take a few years, because it depends on whose charts you look at. So you go on the internet and like just start Googling life expectancy, and you go through like which countries have the highest life expectancy. But guess what? The United States ain't nowhere near the top. It ain't nowhere near the top. Why do I talk about the United States? Well, the majority, not all of you, but the majority of my viewers you're in the United States right now. I'll turn this down, make sure this ain't too loud. I'm jamming out. So, majority all in the United States, right? And what you'll do is if you'll research this, you're going to come to realize that the United States is not among the top places in the world where you live the longest. It's all down the line. So if you look at these charts, like go to Wikipedia, then go to the CIA World Fact Book, whatever the fuck those educated fools call their shit. And then you go to the Social Security Administration, and this will play in later on, but like the Social Security Administration, they've got us living to be the longest. You know why? Because they want to fucking fool us. They want to fool your ass. But just go look at the charts. Maybe I'll put them on the screen there. But I'm going to use 75. It's a nice round number. And plus, after 75 years old, ain't none of our health, nothing about our health is getting better, right? Especially after age 75. If you're lucky enough to make it to 75, number one, you're lucky. Number two, if you're 75 years old and you're not in a nursing home shitting all over yourself, you're lucky as well. Now, my demographic of viewers here, don't feel like I'm trying to insult anybody for being 75. You're only 25 years older than me. Okay, so when I say old timers, it's kind of, there's a little flaw in my reasoning because you're only 25 years older. And my viewers are the youngest at heart because a lot of y'all are married to girls from Southeast Asia. You're married to Filipinas. Still getting laid every day or every other day. You're out and about. You're hanging out in the bar. If you're living in the Philippines, you're at the go-go bar one night a week hanging out with your buddies. You're living a very active lifestyle. So 75 to my viewers, they're living better than a 35-year-old that's living in America. But, and I hate to say typical, but what's a typical American male in America, right? Living in America. That's 75 years old. What is his lifestyle like? He's in a rocking chair. Because of the way his mind is conditioned, right? Grandpa, act your age, all that good shit. But my 75-year-olds in Angelique City or Pattaya, they're at the damn bar right now looking at titties. And good on you. So you're my demographic that's actually, I think, is a small demographic. But let's be honest. At 75, our mobility is going to start to slow down for most of us if we make it to that age. Your mobility is going downhill. You're going to spend a lot more time in the rocking chair, a lot less time on the dance floor. Things on our body is going to start falling apart. So let's just, for the sake of this argument, 75. Let's just use that, right? That's the average lifespan of an American male. I think the Social Security Administration will try to convince you that you're guaranteed, not guaranteed, but it's closer to 80, in your 80s or what have you. All right, so now that we've kind of set that, and again, our lifestyle, activity level, sex life, thought process, for everybody who's living in Southeast Asia or Central America, married to a wife that's 30 years younger than you are. Our mindsets are different. But a 75-year-old dude married to a 75-year-old American woman, your grandpa and grandma sitting in a rocking chair mostly. All right, so I got a couple charts. Oh shit, let's get in the swimming pool. I got a couple charts. Let's see here. Social Security says, if you're 53 years old, your life expectancy is 82. Then if you're 62, they expect you to live to be 84. It's all horse shit. I mean, just look at their numbers. Our numbers don't even make any sense, right? Again, Social Security is trying to convince you you're going to live to be 100 because it's a big pyramid scheme. They don't want nobody thinking that they're going to die early. And that's probably the point of this video. There's another chart here that basically says Hispanic, Asian, white, and black. And it looks like Hispanics and Asians, my brothers, you're going to live longer than us white and black folks. So go in there and check out that chart. There's some more statistics here. This is Wikipedia that says this is the chart that says the rank of countries, right? About who has their citizens live the longest, right? Okay, Thailand is number 53 on the list, which I think I disagree with that. But anyhow, Thailand is 53 on the list. The United States is 54. Now, so the average age, I can't read it. You know why? I told you, my damn printer cartridge is 3 years old and it don't want to work right. I'm too cheap to go buy a new one. But I can see that Thailand is ahead of the United States. They're very similar, but I strongly disagree with that, because if you come over here and live in Thailand, you're going to live 20 years longer at least than the average American male. I promise you. You're going to live longer than if you're in the Philippines. You're going to live a lot longer than if you're in America. But that's Wikipedia, right? However, let's get down to the brass tacks here after I drink a sip of my damn beer. Whoa, don't blow that in the swimming pool. Oh yeah, that's some good cold beer Sing Hai. Since 1933. However, with all these charts and all of this talk, damn, I need a paper clip. I need a paperweight. Oh, look at there. My beer opener can double as a paperweight. Genius. The point of this video is that you're not guaranteed one more day on this planet that we call the Earth. Nobody is. Not you, not me. Nobody. I could die today. I could die tomorrow. I could die sitting in this pool right now. But that's what the retirement gurus, and especially the U.S. government and the Social Security Administration, don't want you to know. And they don't want you to think about. Nobody's talking about the fact that you are not guaranteed one more day on this planet. They don't want you to think about death because it's not profitable, it's not economical to them. Whether it's your pension, your Social Security, what have you. People think that if you take an early retirement, it's irresponsible because you could wait a little bit longer and get some more money, get a few more $100. But not one person is going to tell you, hey, wait a minute, man. Ain't no guarantee you're going to live for another 10 years. You could be dead today, tomorrow, in 2 years. Folks, what is it? 50,000 plus people in America die every year in automobile accidents. How many dead bodies, how many dead people have I pulled out of cars throughout my career as a paramedic and a cop? Those people didn't plan on dying in their 20s or 30s, their teens, their 40s. Well, none of them plan on dying, right? Infrequently did you pull somebody that's 78 years old out of a car crash that's dead. You know what I mean? You think all them young people planned on dying that day? No, they didn't plan on dying. So, anyhow, they need you to think that you're going to live to be 100. So you start taking money out. You know, you wait until you start taking that money out, and they're hoping that you only get a small fraction of that money, right? It's a pyramid scheme. Your pension's a fucking pyramid scheme. Everything that the West teaches you about this word called retirement is a pyramid scheme. Oh yeah. A fucking genius. So, I've talked about these metrics before. How many videos? Dozens and dozens of videos. And I have some of you who have sent me messages, say, hey man, thank you. You either motivated me or you made me think about something, or I highly disagree with you. Whatever. The purpose of everything I do in life for you is to invoke thought. If there's a learning, if there's something to be learned, I just want to invoke thought, right? And as long as I invoke thought, then I'm happy with it. But let me talk about my inner circle of friends. And folks, I've never had many friends, many close friends in life. I know a lot of people, especially since I started running this YouTube channel and started getting just a little bit famous. I know a lot of people, but my inner circle is just a few folks. It always has been. Several people have commented throughout the years that I'm a lone wolf. I am a lone wolf. And my friends, my very close inner circle of friends, are also lone wolves. Lone wolves. And I think that's why my friends are who they are and who they were, my close friends. And that's kind of strange, right? We were all lone wolves and we band together, I guess, because we understand each other. But my posse is down to just a few road dogs. It was never that big, but if you look at the attrition rate, it's like 60%. It's not very, I guess I say it's a little bit risky being a close friend of mine, because my close friends have dropped throughout the years. My buddy Dave went down at 37. How much money did he get to enjoy of his Social Security money, his pension, his 401k, his saving? Hey, it don't fucking matter because he's dead. I love you, my brother. May you rest in peace. But he didn't get none of that money. He's dead. In the mission. Is that shocking? Should I put this video might be disturbing to some viewers wearing fucking skinny jeans sitting in their mother's basements or at Starbucks trying to save the whales by awareness, raising awareness. The fucking whales. Doesn't matter what Dave's retirement plan was, or how many financial planning videos he watched, or what his banker told him, or what his stockbroker told him. That's a joke, because Dave's like me. We're damn rednecks. We ain't got no fucking stockbroker. All right. My buddy Tim died at 55. How much did he get to enjoy of his Social Security? Zero. What was his retirement plan? How many years did he get to draw off his pension? It don't matter. Why? Because he's dead. May you rest in peace, my good friend. Nickname was Tandawai Tim, because he loved to drink that Tandawai. My buddy Pablo, may you rest in peace, my brother. Dead at 49 years old. 49. Me and him were hanging out in Angeles City, and I think it was 11, 12 days later, he was dead. Went home, and 12 days later, he's no longer with us. 49. Didn't make it to 50. That was scary for me, and it is scary for me. Well, I feel a little bit better now, because recently I bypassed that milestone. I always say I'm a pirate looking at 50. Well, now I'm a pirate that passed 50. I'm a pirate that kicked 50 in the fucking teeth. You're looking at a 50-year-old pirate right here, pouring this fucking beer. Well, guess what? I've made it a few days longer than my buddy Pablo made it on this earth. I made it, what was that, 13 years longer than my buddy Dave made it on this earth. My buddy Tim, he beat me by 5 years where I'm at right now. What was Tim's retirement plan? Whatever it was, it didn't last very long. If he had one, he made it to 55. Dave didn't get to implement his fucking retirement plan. Neither did Pablo. I talk about Pablo. He was just my inner circle of best friends. And at the end, he just wanted to quit his job and go live on his pig farm in the Philippines with his Filipino girlfriend. And we kept telling him, which at the time was sound advice. So I thought. But since then, my way of thinking has changed even more. We told him, hey man, you need to stick it out just a few more years, brother. He had just a few more years. He could have drew a small check, right? Or what have you. He just needed a few more years. He didn't need to stay 20 more. He just needed to stay a few years. So what's the best advice that you give, you know, your best friend who's like your brother? Hey man, look, I know you're not happy, and just stick it out a few more years, then go up there and fucking enjoy life, man. You got a check coming in. If you punch out right now, you're living off your savings, you know. You try to give him the best advice. And it was horrible advice, because 12 days later, he was dead. And never got to enjoy not one day on this little pig farm up there. And there's a lot of guilt. There's a lot of guilt about that. A lot of guilt about that advice, because I always say that I live life by 3 principles. Number 1, life is short. Number 2, life is about a series of adventures. And number 3, never turn down an adventure. You have to plan for tomorrow. Obviously, we all have to eat. We got to feed our kids. But the duality, the yin and yang, the good, the evil of it is we're not guaranteed not one more fucking day. So if you knew you were going to die tomorrow, what would you do tonight? You'd go pull $300 out of your bank and you'd go, this is one option, one course of action. You go pull $300 out and go blow it at the titty bar. Or if you got kids around you, you take everybody out to eat, you go to the movies, you go bowling, whatever you're going to do, right? You're going to do something. But that false sense of security that we're all going to live to be 100 years old is what paralyzes us from living life right now and enjoying it with our friends and family. So the worst advice I gave my buddy was to stick it out a few more years. If I had it to do over, I'd say, hey motherfucker, if you're not happy right now, quit that fucking job, get on the next fucking plane up to the pig farm, stay drunk on Red Horse and vodka, enjoy yourself, brother. Go right now. And it goes back to the same advice that the J-Dog gave me a decade and a half ago, 15 years ago, somewhere in there. I wanted, and my plan was to move to Thailand. I wanted to depart the United States. And folks, the world's a big place. I've lived in America for the majority, at the time, for the majority of my life. Whoa! Man, get my paperweights set here. I lived in America for the majority of my life. And I said, I've been to every state. I've lived in several different states. I've seen America. My family, growing up in Mississippi at an early age, most of my family never left the county they lived in. We were, 90 miles from Memphis, but going to Memphis was like going to a different country. It was like going to war. People were packing shotguns and rifles and pistols. If you just had to go up to Memphis pick up a part for a tractor or something. So my family is very local. They're local, they're rednecks. But this redneck right here, I'm a global type dude now. So like for me, if I'm in Florida and I wanted to move to Montana, I'll just do it. Or it's no big deal. It's like moving next door. But to my family back in Mississippi, in the dirt roads of Mississippi, just moving to Alabama would be a huge decision, a huge undertaking. So I understand that mentality. That's where I come from, right? But the mentality that we have now in my inner circle of friends, we're all, I don't want to say globalist, because that kind of has a bad, marketing has kind of put a bad impression on if you say you're a globalist. But like, I'll just give you for example. Me and the J-Dog first went international. We went down to Guatemala. We had girlfriends in Guatemala. We were looking at property in Guatemala. It was very close to me doing a video from a swimming pool right now in Guatemala. Married with a bunch of kids running around. Actually, the love of my life was from Nicaragua, but she was living in Guatemala. Anyhow, we were Central America players, and a picture that I saw sitting on a dude's desk in Fallujah, Iraq, of him sitting on an elephant with a Thai girl changed our stars. If I had not seen that photo, I would own a piece of beachfront property in a little town in Monterrico, Guatemala. Black sand beaches, beautiful. And that's where I would be with my Guatemalan kids running around, or my Nicaraguan kids running around. Or I would be in Honduras, because later on I had a girlfriend there too. So I would be one of the two places, Guatemala or Honduras. But I saw a picture on a guy's desk, and it changed my stars. And now I'm sitting in a swimming pool in Pattaya, Thailand. So I kind of went off on a tangent, but back to Pablo. And the advice that the J-Dog gave me was, when I thought about moving to Thailand, punching out of America, selling everything I had. Well, I gave it away. But I gave everything away, sold all my properties. And there's a lot of reservation about doing it, because when you're conditioned and you're brought up in America, right, to worry about your retirement, worry about your insurance, your health insurance, your 401k, all these fucking things that you worry about that nobody will ever take full advantage of. A lot of people will lose all that shit because the rich fuck us poor over, just like King said in Platoon. You know, all these fucking factors that keep us slaves to that machine in America. It's scary. It's scary to leave that umbrella, but it's a false umbrella. So the J-Dog gave me some advice, and this is what made me just say fuck it and pull the trigger. The J-Dog said, hey man, he said, listen, what's the worst that can happen? He said, the worst that can happen is you go to Pattaya, Thailand, you know, in your 30s, blow it out for 5 years, go broke, and then have to come back to America and get a job. Where's the fucking downside in that? I said, you know what? God damn, you're right, man. What's the worst that can happen? I can go over there, run Walking Street for 5 years, hang out in Lucifer every damn night. You know, sleep with 500 more girls, 1,000 more girls, stay drunk like Ernest Hemingway, and then have to come back at 40 and get a job, go back to the grind. There was no downside in that. There was no risk in that. So thanks to the J-Dog, and I want to thank another gentleman too. And he's in a video on my channel. A brother from the U.S. Man, where are you from? He's on my channel on Lucifer. If you go watch that Lucifer video, that was the greatest band in Thailand, one of the greatest bands in the world. They call themselves Gravity 7. I don't know what their status is, if anybody's still around, but it used to be two brothers from the U.S. with a Thai girl on vocals, another brother on guitar, or was he on bass? I think he was on bass. Anyhow, it was basically an American band with a Thai girl. They played Lucifer, called Gravity 7. The best band, one of the best bands in the world. And sometimes the stars don't align for people, and that's why you hear Maroon 5 and you don't hear Gravity 7. I don't know why the stars didn't align, because they were awesome. And if you're still together, you're still awesome, but I don't think you're still together. I don't know. So I used to go to Lucifer every night. Folks, back in the day, Lucifer on Walker Street is where everybody went. when you walked into that club, man, it was just the place to be, right? It's still a great place, I guess, but I don't, it's right over there on Walking Street, but I don't go there anymore. It's changed because the band is not there. People told me there's a DJ in the back and the band's up front. Times changed. It's a different era. But the point is, the gentleman, and brother, I cannot remember your name, man, but I tell you right now, I remember the conversation that I'm talking about that I had with you in the hallway, so to speak. In passing, it was in between sets, and we were just having a conversation, and I said, man, and this is before I moved here. I said, man, I want to move here, but I'm worried. I don't have this. I don't have this. I won't have no health insurance. Blah blah blah. And that brother looked at me and he said, "What are you talking about? I got health insurance. It's like $300 a year." I was like, "What? What? They got health insurance here?" Folks, that sounds crazy for me to say that, but if you're not a worldly person, these are the fucking things you're gonna worry about, right? It's like, I got health insurance, like $300 a year. You're just making excuses. He punked me out. He punked me out to the point where he basically, I said, this guy's living here. He's even got health insurance. Wait, I'm just making excuses. I was just making excuses why I couldn't execute and live out the dream. Does that make sense? And man, I want to say thank you for that conversation, my friend. You're part of the decision-making process that just broke down any barrier that I could come up with or think up in my brain why I should not move to Pattaya, Thailand. So I appreciate you punking me out by that health insurance issue. So, all right, let's get back to my inner circle of friends. Folks, listen. If you were here, listen, Thailand changed a lot around 2012, 2013. If you were here before 2012, as a male from the West, oh my God. Nobody believed the stories if you didn't have the videos to prove it, right? And then about 2012, 2013, things started to change. It's still paradise here, but it ain't like it used to be. Let's go back to my inner circle of friends. I haven't talked about this a lot, maybe not at all. But my buddy Dennis died almost a year ago. And I'm going to dedicate a whole video to him. Some of y'all know Dennis. He's in some previous videos. I'm just going to say this because I want to devote a whole video to him. It's been almost a year, and that's why I didn't talk about him. Because I wanted to give his family time to do whatever they're going to do. And I feel like after a year, I can say whatever I want to say and make a video and talk about him in depth. But I told myself, give him a year, and then I'll talk about it. But Dennis died. Got a dude over here with a grinder. If you're thinking about starting a YouTube channel, and scientists should study this. The minute you decide to make a YouTube video, somebody will fire up a grinder. It's a scientific fact. It's just a phenomenon of the universe that is just now unveiling itself because people make YouTube videos every day. But how many times and how many videos over the years You cannot make this shit up. You can go back through, what I got, 1,400 videos on this channel. I've made many more, but like 1,400 videos, right? Go, if you watch every video and just listen to me and listen to the background complain about a dude with a fucking grinder. If I did not make videos and film my little travel show here, I probably would never hear a grinder in my life. But if there's a red light on my camera, you wait, just keep waiting and waiting and waiting, and somebody in the background will fire up a grinder. I promise you. I absolutely promise. Just go back to the videos. You can't make this shit up. So, my buddy Dennis died at 59. I guess he got to enjoy a little bit of Social Security money only because he was disabled. And but he got a fraction of what he paid into the system. You think he planned on dying at 59? No. What was his retirement plan? It don't matter. Because he's dead. He's no longer with us. I miss you, my brother. May you rest in peace. One day we will party again. All y'all. But 59. So those are the years, right? What, 37, 49, 59, and 55. And these are guys who are young at heart. Okay, let me go back and talk about this demographic, right? These cats are young at heart. They party. They go out. They can dance. They can run around. They got younger girlfriends or wives. They're in the game. They're not sitting back in a rocking chair waiting to die. It's just what life dealt them. But all of these cats, the thing about all these cats is that they live life right up until the day they die. Every one of them. They didn't spend 20 years in a nursing home shitting themselves, right? None of them. And they went out on their own terms. My inner circle of friends that I've had over the years. Now look, I have some closer friends now, but I just say over that have been with me over a decade. It's down to me, the J-Dog, and Doc Wayne. I just passed 50. I've already lived longer than Dave and Pablo. Dennis went down at 59. Who's next? We always talked about this. Me, the J-Dog, and Pablo used to always talk about this. Who's next? And I really thought it was me. We always said Pablo will last the longest because he just don't give a shit, right? His mentality, he didn't give a shit. Now he drank a lot of vodka. But I always thought that I would go down first. So here we go. I think there's several points in this video, but maybe this should be the main point. You want to know how to retire early? You want to know the secret? How do you retire early? How do you retire before you're 62? Hold on a second. This is Filipino wife number 2. If I did I'm making an award-winning YouTube video here. Why are you bothering me? Oh, you knew I was in the swimming pool and you just wanted to see my beautiful body? Why is it that every time you and Arshine call, you both are laying down in the floor, sleeping? You see a stress on under? Over here in patio, hanging out with my Thai ladies, watching the sun go down. Damn, the sun's beautiful. Wow. Watching the sun go down, trying to make an award-winning blockbuster travel video here. Just come up with $1 million idea about how to get good audio in a swimming pool. And I got 2 Filipinos hustling me. Not only are they hassling me, but they're hustling me. You don't think there's no stress having Filipinos in your life? My God, there's so much stress. Alright, so let's get down. Want to know how to retire early? Here's a secret. Drop the word retirement from your vocabulary. Not only the word retirement, but the concept, any concept in your head that you have of what retirement means. Because you're conditioned to be a slave to the machine in the United States. Retirement is one of the chains that they put on you. Well, let me tell you a secret, my friends. The rest of the world don't even know what the word retirement means. Okay? Go try to explain the word retirement to a Filipino out in the province. They know what a senior citizen is because they get a senior citizen card, right? But go around the world and try to explain to anybody outside the West about your retirement. They'll look at you like you're a fucking alien that's got 3 horns going out your head. That's a thing from the West to keep you enslaved to the machine. The rest of the world don't even know what the word retirement means. What the fuck does that mean? So you want to know how to retire early? You drop the word retirement and anything associated with that concept, that brand. It's a brand. You know what a brand is? A brand is not a logo, a website, or a patch, or anything like that. A brand is a feeling. What feeling do you get when you hear or you see a certain brand, right? It's a feeling. So when you hear the word retirement, that's a brand. That's a brand from the West. You're getting a feeling that, oh, I'm worried about my 401k, blah, blah. It's just a brand. It's a feeling to keep you as a slave to the machine. What you're really looking for, most of you, is a lifestyle change. You're not looking to retire. You're looking for a lifestyle change. Oh, how to retire early. There's so much. Listen, Google knows everything, right? They know how many people search for those keywords. How to retire early. So people are searching for how to retire now, how to retire early. When in reality, where I like to live, reality, right? You're looking, you, right there. You're looking for a lifestyle change. You're not looking to retire. You don't even know what that fucking means. You're looking for a lifestyle change. You just want to be happy. And by retiring and telling your boss, fuck off, that's about 10 seconds of gratitude. That's not what you really want. You want a fucking lifestyle change so you can be happy. Okay? So you should have searched for how to change my lifestyle, and this video should be titled how to change my lifestyle. But that's not what y'all search for. Why? Because you're programmed to be slaves to the machine, and all you're thinking about is how can I retire early? How to retire now. Google knows exactly what you search for. And on the back end of things, I can search and see what everybody searches for. So again, outside of the West, people don't even know what the hell retirement means. It's like one time I tried to explain to my brothers in Afghanistan what income tax was. Imagine trying to explain income tax to 15 Afghans when we're all drinking beer. Big news flash, Muslims drink beer. They do. They're normal people like me and you. They're not terrorists like fucking George Bush and have you believe. They drink beer. They love listening to music. They're a little bit different, but in the same sense, humans are the same. So I tried to explain to them what income tax was. You know, I was just trying to be very simple about it, you know. I said, well, you know, say if you make $1,000, you know, the U.S. government is going to take $300. You have to give it to them. Oh, no, I don't want to give them that. I said, well, you don't have a choice. They take the money from you. Oh, no. I shall tell them I don't want them to take my $300. It was the funniest fucking conversation. If I had that on video, it'd be the funniest thing in the world. Me trying to explain to 15 of my Afghan brethren while we're sitting there drinking Tuborg beer in a supposed Muslim country. It was funny, right? They still don't understand the concept of income tax, except the ones who have made it over to the U.S. Now they understand. It was just so funny though. Oh, no. I shall tell them I don't want that. I want all my money. Like, bro. So anyhow, I'm trying to go back to my notes here, but I've had a couple. I got one more beer in there too. Let's see. So anyhow, people outside the West, they're not conditioned to be slaves. The word retirement, pension, Social Security, Medicare, Medicaid, they don't know anything about that shit. It doesn't factor into them getting older. They don't know. They don't care. But if you're from the West, what are you worried about? My pension, Social Security, my Medicare, my Medicaid. What if you spend fucking hours upon hours of poring over shit about what your entitlements are. You know, should I start drawing at, 62? Should I wait? Should I defer these taxes? Yada, 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 yada. Bullshit.com. Because if your ass fucking dies in 3 weeks, you just wasted fucking time. God damn, my friends. Instead of focusing on retirement and how to live on $967 per month in the Philippines when you turn 65, focus on how to change your lifestyle now to something that you're happy with. Change your mindset that you're going to make. What the fuck's it say? Oh, dude's rocking on a hammer over there. I can't read this. I might just go off the hip here because my notes. I got to get a new printer cartridge. You just got to change your mindset. What do I know? I guess I should have qualified my expertise about this at the beginning of the video. Are you retired? Ain't now one fucking thing about me retired, folks. I'm just getting started. Alright? I'm just getting started. I started a new life. Now I'm starting a new career. I'm an independent filmmaker out of Hollywood, California. People say you're a YouTuber. I don't even know what the fuck that means. You're a vlogger. What the? I have no idea what that word means. I don't even know what a blogger was. Yeah, I got a website. I do have a website. I make travel shows. I produce travel shows. I don't know what a fucking vlogger is. I don't know what that means. Okay? That's a made up motherfucking word. I have no idea what that means. Ain't nothing about me retired. I'm just fucking getting started. I just turned 50. And you know what? I feel like I'm fucking 17 again. I feel like I'm rejuvenated. Like there was pressure up until I hit 50 recently. And once I kicked 50 in the teeth, I really feel like I got a new lease on life. And before, where I thought I was going to die young, now I think I'm going to live to be a 100. I know I'm going to be. I'm going to be one of the oldest, most pain in the ass codgers in the history of old men. And if you're watching this video in the year, what's 50 years from now? 23. In the year 2073, saying, holy shit, take this motherfucker that just turned 100. Look at that video. He's back in the pool talking about shit. I got no stress now because I really feel like, holy shit. I took down the first 50. Now I'm fixing to take down the next 50. The next 50. Shit, similar sounding words. So, back to my notes. Your perception of retirement is skewed. There's always perception and there's reality, right? You have a perception of retirement over here. This is reality. It's over here. It's reality. It's absolute reality. You think you're going to lay up on a beach every day and you got this picture of this beautiful beach scene, or you're going to stand in a fucking river every day, fly fishing, and you're going to work 30 years of your life so you can fly fish every day, or you can kick back in that swimming pool every day and drink beer. Well, let me tell you what retirement from a Western sense actually ends up being. It comes down to this old proverb, but it basically says a man with no purpose is a dead man. I'm gonna say it again because this shit's important. A man with no purpose is a dead man. And if you don't believe me, you just go around Angeles City or Pattaya or anywhere where there's a bunch of old expats living on a fucking slim budget. And you know what living on a budget means? It means you're fucking broke. Go to the bar every day, only at happy hour, because they're broke. Not gonna buy like a Sing Hai. That's not enough alcohol. They gotta get a big chang. They're not gonna buy a San Mig Light. They're gonna buy a fucking Red Horse, right? They're gonna get the most bang for their fucking money. Why? Because they're on a budget, which means they're fucking broke. They got a big old belly lopped over their fucking belt, and they're just gonna sit there and complain about whatever. Because they have no purpose. They're just waiting to die. It's like, they used to say Florida was God's waiting room down in Miami, decades ago. Just nothing but old people down there waiting to die. Go look at some of these bars. It's just old motherfuckers with no purpose waiting to die. But I will submit to you that a man with no purpose is a dead man. I'm speaking from experience because when I first moved to Thailand, did a lot of partying and got a divorce, and then I just stayed drunk for a few years. I had no purpose. I was basically a dead man, just waiting to die. You say, but when I retire, I'm gonna go fishing every damn day. I hope you do. If that's your dream, live your dream. Welcome to Hollywood. What's your dream? That's from a movie. Here's what I challenge you to do, okay? Take a leave of absence from your current job for 3 months. Don't quit your job, just take a leave of absence for 3 months. And I want you to get up at fucking 5 o'clock every morning. I want you to go fishing every damn day for 3 months, which won't happen. You won't make it 3 months. Oh, you don't like to fish? You like to golf? Okay, motherfucker. All right, smarty pants. Get your ass up, and I want you to go golfing every damn day for 3 months. Okay? You know how long it's going to take y'all to get tired of fishing or golfing when you think you're going to do that shit every day? You're not going to make it 3 months. You're going to get tired in about 3 weeks. 3 weeks will be all you can take of doing that shit every day, and then you realize, holy fuck, retirement ain't what I perceived it to be. Okay? I can't goddamn go fishing every day. Shit sucks. I can't go golfing every day. Goddamn tired of it. Oh, you want to go look at titties every day in Angeles City, Patia, wherever you want to go? Go sit in that fucking bar every goddamn night and look at titties. You know what's going to happen? You're going to figure out that it takes about 3 years to get tired of looking at titties. Golf and fishing, you'll get tired of that shit in 3 weeks. Titties, it takes about 3 years of going there every night before you get tired of looking at titties. Now, if somebody invited me and said, hey man, you know, I'm buying a beer, you want to go over to, you know, wherever, go bar, I'd be like, you buying? Yeah, I'm buying. Okay, I'll go. But folks, I got that shit out of my system years ago, but it took me about 3 years every night sitting in a titty bar, chasing these ladies, sleeping with whoever. You know, it took about 3 years. It'll take you a lot longer to get tired of doing that type of activity than it will getting tired of golf, fishing, bowling, fucking sports, riding your bicycle. You'll get tired of that shit quick. Man, titties, it takes about 3 years. But even after 3 years, you'll get tired of it. You need some type of activity. And a good activity is something that generates money. So, say you're going to retire and you're just going to budget and live off that little measly ass pension, hope you make it to Social Security, and then add that little bit of money. That's not the way to do it. You need to be waking up every day thinking, how am I going to make some money today? And my opinion is, if you're going to move to Central America or Southeast Asia, you don't try to make it there, especially in the year 2023. You figure out how to make some money online, and you work 6 hours a day at least, and you put some money in your pocket, and it gives you purpose. You know, back in the day, you had to be some type of entrepreneur to make money on the internet. You don't have to do that these days. You just have to get a job that you can work from a phone line, from an internet connection, your phone, and your laptop. 6 hours a day. So if you're going to retire, you don't got to work 12 hours a day, but you work 6 hours a day. All right, I got to change a battery. And then we're going to talk about how the gurus, the retirement gurus, the gurus are all full of shit. You're so full of shit. All you retirement fucking gurus. I gotta go change a battery. I'll be right back. Alright folks, I'm back. Got a fresh battery. Got me a fresh beer. Finna pop the top on a Heineken. 2 Singhais followed up with a Heineken. My goodness. Maybe I should check what I got going on here. Oh, no. We're okay. We're okay. I got a Red Bull. Now, that's a local Red Bull right there. That's like, what, 10 or 12 baht? Oh my God, if you get the Red Bull in a can, it's actually imported from wherever, Europe. It's like 69 baht. Used to be 60, now it went up to 69. My God, inflation. All right, so let's get back to what were we talking about here? Some type of activity that generates money in retirement. Whether you're in the States, you're in Central America. I would say that if you leave the States, just do something online. Keep you busy and keep some extra money in your pocket. If you're in the States, the sky's the limit. You know, I'm a firm believer that in the U.S., Australia, if you claim that you don't have enough money, there's no way to make money, you're just full of shit. There's so many fucking ways to make money in the U.S., Australia. But you got to get out there and hustle, right? Do something to help augment your income, your pension, your Social Security, whatever the hell you're getting. And it keeps you busy. What did I say in the beginning? Not the beginning, but go back a little bit. A man with no purpose is a dead man. Trust me. I see a lot of dead men over here every day. Just fucking drinking at happy hour. The minute happy hour finishes, they got to go home. Why? Because they're fucking broke. They're on a budget, which means you're broke. So, we're talking about the gurus. Okay, kids in their 20s and 30s making retirement videos. What do they know about retirement? Absolutely nothing. You know what they do know how to do? They know how to produce a YouTube video and make money on YouTube. That's their scope of expertise. And my hat's off to you, young men and ladies, because you know how to make money. Put money in your pocket. Good on you. But you don't know shit about retirement. You financial advisors, you're just giving people one side of what life is about. You're just keeping people locked into being a slave to the Western machine. So, people who lack awareness, they'll sit there and they'll watch these videos that are produced by skinny jean wearing Call of Duty shitheads, or some dude claiming to be a financial guru talking about the numbers you need and how to invest and blah 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 blah. Yeah, all these people, how to make $1 million and retire early. They're all full of shit. They're all full of shit, my friends. They're just fucking fake. There was this quote that I read probably around 2012, 2013, over 10 years ago. Well, probably right at 10 years ago. It was on Twitter. And what had happened, this Twitter account had purported itself to be a real guy, and it turned out it was all fiction. Whoever was running it, they wrote a book, and it was a fiction. He had become a fictional character. And everybody was like so upset because they were following this dude. It was funny as fuck, his adventure. It was fake. And so this random tweet that I read, and assumably it was a young black gentleman from the U.S. Like, I would say in his 20s, maybe even late teens. It was a young cat, according to his profile. His quote was, "Ain't nothing real on the internet, homie." Ain't nothing real on the internet, homie. He summed it up. He summed up the internet in that sentence. It was genius. And it was because, this guy had led the followers on for, I don't know, a year, 2 years, whatever, that he was some dude. And it turns out it was just a work of fiction. And the author actually wrote a book about it. So most of these folks on YouTube, the information that they're broadcasting probably is not going to help you anyhow. 0.01% of these gurus who are actual millionaires, they're not even giving you usable advice. So let's just start out by saying that most of the information, the financial information, it's all horse shit to begin with. It's coming from people who know how to make a YouTube video. They're making money off of YouTube, and you're naive enough to listen to them. But the ones who are actually millionaires, which is 0.01%, the information that they're giving you isn't viable or usable to you, a guy in his late 30s, 40s, and 50s, because you don't have time to implement these plans, right? Now, if you're 20 years old and this guy's giving you a 20-year plan, okay. But if you're 50 years old trying to figure out how to retire early, and that's how you got to this video, you don't got time to implement some 30-year fucking investment plan, bro. You know what's against you is time. Maybe you got a little bit of money to invest. But what you don't have is time. All right? So you're just wasting your time watching these financial videos, trying to figure out when you can retire, how much money you need to retire. You know what it's called? It's called analysis paralysis. It's like if you build a website, you put so many fucking things on the website, people they don't know what to do. They won't take action. It's called analysis paralysis. You put a call to action on one thing, they'll take action, and then you can make money, right? But I would surmise that most of you are in a state of analysis paralysis because you're watching these retirement gurus, which are all bullshit. You know, oh, but the kid's got a Lamborghini and a swimming pool. He must be successful. No, the fucker rented that shit for the day, made a YouTube video, and he's making money off your dumb ass. I'm not getting mad at them. They're in the entertainment business, but you're taking it for fact. Trying to plan your life around some dude who rented a Lamborghini for the day. Folks, if I wanted to put a Lamborghini in the background, I could pull a fucking Lamborghini up out there. Ain't no big deal. I can rent that motherfucker for an hour. You know, get 45 minutes of footage, me sitting there passed out in a Lamborghini like it's mine. Remember what the young guy said? Ain't nothing real on the internet, homie. So, and it's like a dude watching camera reviews for 3 years on what's the best camera for YouTube. Oh, I'm still doing research, figuring out what's the best camera to buy. Meanwhile, the guy that pulled out his iPhone and started filming videos, he's making money and you're not. So, if you're watching this video, again, you're probably too old to implement some 15, 20, 25-year financial plan for your retirement. You ended up on my doorstep by Googling how to retire now, how to retire early, how to retire fast, something like that. And so, if you're listening to these young, skinny jean-wearing Call of Duty shitheads, they're just not going to help you. They're not going to help you because they don't know anything about retirement. They don't know anything about the mindset of getting older. Get that fucking pigeons. I hate pigeons. Okay, so how to make money and travel the world. Maybe you're one of those who just wants to sell everything and travel the world. Hey, I was there once myself. So how to make money and travel the world, or how to make money and move to your fiance's village in Guatemala, or the Philippines, or Cambodia. All right. A lot of times I feel like I'm doing the same video over and over and over, but there's a need for updated information. Opinions change and evolve, but let me talk for a minute about how to make money and how to survive until your pension and your Social Security checks in, or even how to make a few extra dollars to support your go-go bar habit if you're already retired. Listen, if you change your lifestyle, you retire, you move to another country, it doesn't matter where you exist on this globe, we all have to eat. And eating costs money, which means you got to generate money, right? So let me back up for a minute and talk about typically, traditionally, how people, I'm trying to make sure I'm in focus here, how people have made money if they left their home country. Okay, number one, teach English. You can go to a lot of countries around the globe, even today, make $1,000 a month teaching English. They'll help you with your visa, which is good. You're not going to get rich or bank any money, but you can survive on the local economy. You can live in another country and generate money for yourself, right? This day and age, you can also teach English online. You can definitely change your lifestyle, get out of the West. What's the benefits of this lifestyle? Well, if your fiance's in the Philippines and you want to figure out how to go now, your fiance's in Thailand, you want to figure out how to go now, you can always use the old go-to, teach English. Used to anybody could teach English. Now in Thailand, I think you have to have a bachelor's degree to teach English. But that's what that was like the one go-to, right? The downside to getting a job like that is if you quit the job, your visa gets canceled, and you're back to living on your own. Okay, how to make money. 20 years ago, if you wanted to travel the world, you had to be a travel writer. And then, well, let's say 30 years ago, you had to be a travel writer. Then travel blogs came along. People thought they could make enough money running a travel blog to travel the world. And there was like one person out of 1 million who actually made enough money running a travel blog to travel the world. Holy shit. Out of 1 million, I would say one actually made it more than 2 weeks. And then here comes YouTube. YouTube is the thing of the hour right now. It is the state of the internet, right? Now everybody thinks, and they watch these videos from these young gurus, start a YouTube channel, make $1 million in 30 days, it changed my life. Can you make money on YouTube? Yes, of course. I'm living proof. I wouldn't tell you unless I knew for certain. Yes, you can make money on YouTube. Can you make $1 million overnight? No. Are you going to start making a living on YouTube within 2 or 3 months? Probably not. Okay, YouTube is a marathon, it's not a sprint, like most things on the internet. So historically, you had to be some type of entrepreneur, online entrepreneur to make money, right? If you left your home country. But these days, you don't got to do that. You got a fiance in Guatemala, you just need to get a goddamn job that you can work remote. I've said it a million times. I said this even before 2020, during the lockdowns, when everybody in the world was working from home on the internet. I said, go into your company, talk to your boss and say, look, I've fallen in love with a girl in Guatemala. I want to move to Guatemala. They have internet there. They got electricity. Can you give me some type of job where I can work 8 hours a day from my laptop and a phone line? Because I'm in love, I want to move to Guatemala and live happily ever after. If your company has over 100 fucking people, there's something that I think you could work out a deal. And this is what I would do. I would go to my boss and say, hey, look, you're paying Sally $40,000 a year to, file these medical reports. I'll work for $25,000 a year and no benefits. And the guy's going to be like, really? What's the catch? Well, I want to go to Guatemala. I want to live with my fiance, and if I got $25,000 a year in Guatemala, I'm living like a king. You can work out a deal. I would say if your company is over 100 employees, they can find a position for you. And then 2020 came along where the whole goddamn world during this scamdemic is working from their living room, with their shirt and their coat and their tie on and fucking naked from waist down. You can do that, right? You don't have to be an entrepreneur if you want to leave the West. If you want to change your lifestyle, move from whatever state you're in to whatever state you're in, it's the same principle. Get a fucking job working remote. Get on Indeed.com, search for remote jobs. Goddamn. You don't gotta run a YouTube channel. This shit's scary. Being an entrepreneur is scary, and most of you aren't prepared for that fear. You can't take the pressure. And guess what? You don't have to. Just get a fucking job where you can work remote. You can be in any country in the world. You can travel from this country to this country to this country. As long as you open your laptop, answer your phone for 8 hours a day, you'll be richer than anybody in a lot of these places. It's too fucking easy. So don't give me an excuse if you want to go live with your fiance in whatever country and you ain't got enough money to retire right now. What'd I tell you? Take the word retirement out of your vocabulary and just figure out how am I going to change my lifestyle. Simple. And say you move to Guatemala, you're making 25 grand a year, doing shit online. Then when you're 62, your Social Security checks in, keep working. Don't quit, just keep working. Keep the money coming in. A man with no purpose is what? A dead man. So this is what I tell people most of the time. You don't want to retire, you just want a lifestyle change. It's too easy. Listen, I punched out of the U.S. in my late 30s, mid to late 30s. I haven't been in the grind, as we say. I haven't been a slave to the machine over a decade. And I'm still here. There's ups, there's downs. Everybody's got ups and downs in life. Any business has got ups and downs. If you're sitting there, and I'll just pick somewhere. If you're sitting there in New Jersey and you're just miserable with your life, the weather, your job, make a change. You only get one ride on this roller coaster we call life, my friends. It's ups and downs. But at the end, you got to get off the ride. You don't get another ride. So listen. So talking about some shit that work you got to do online. It's customer service. It could be taking orders, whatever. It might be boring as fuck to sit there and do some job and make 25 grand off, or 25 grand a year off of. But you know what? If you're sitting with your girlfriend out in the province in the Philippines and you're dragging in 25 grand a year, just talking on the phone, working 8 hours a night, you're living a lot better than most people in the West. So just stop the excuses. Okay, should you retire? Blue! Damn Blue. Get him, Blue! Blue's fired up over there. Should you retire in the first place? I tell you, take that word out of your vocabulary, right? But let me address the fact of all you in a job where you have some leeway on when you retire, I guess is what I'm saying. So here's my updated advice, which has evolved through the years. If you're happy with your job and you don't like or you don't mind going to work, either happy or you don't detest going to work, stay on that job as long as you can. Because you're probably senior in that position, you've got benefits, you've got vacation time. And what you need to do is change your mindset to say that I no longer live to work, I'm just working to live. start taking as much vacation time as you can, and just look at it like now it's just my career is over. I'm just looking at this place to give me a paycheck. I do what I have to do, but I'm not working 70 hours a week. I'm working 40, and I'm going to take as much vacation time as I can. That way you maintain a paycheck, you maintain your health coverage and your benefits. Now, if your fiance is down in Guatemala and you want to move down there, well, this might not work, but if you don't hate going to work, stay on your job and just start taking more vacations, and you're going to find out that maybe that suits you better, spending more, like 3 vacations a year instead of retiring. All right, so I've heard from so many of you and met so many of you. You've fallen in love, you got a fiance outside of your home country, whether it's Southeast Asia, Central America, South America, wherever, Europe. You tell me about your 8-year plan or your 9-year plan. I've only got 9 more years to go before I can live happily ever after with my lady. Oh my gosh, my friends. You have a 9-year plan? You're gonna fucking live by yourself, miserables, talking to your lady on video every night for 9 years, seeing her once a year? That's not a fucking plan. That's misery. That's not a plan at all. You have a chat mate. That's not your lady. That's a fucking chat mate. You don't get to see that lady. You don't get to sleep with her every night. You see her on video, that's a fucking chat mate. And you're making a 9-year plan of your life with this chick you see on chat? There's no guarantee you'll ever get to move in with that lady. Just like Pablo, there's no guarantee you'll ever get to move to that pig farm that you're sending money to. That's too long of a plan. You're gonna live in America for 9 years and go see your lady 1 week out of the year for 9 years, thinking that, oh, I'm gonna retire happily ever after. That shit ain't gonna work. That's not your girl. That's a chat mate, motherfuckers. You think she's gonna wait for you for 9 years? No, she got a boyfriend back there and she tolerates your ass for 1 week out of the year for 9 years. And then you find out it ain't gonna happen. That's not a fucking plan. You got 2 options. Either A, formulate a fucking plan and move to that girl's country right now, within 6 months. Or B, what's B? You better come up with a different plan, because that fucking plan ain't gonna work. That ain't gonna work. You'll be fucking dead in 3 years, and that chick and her Filipino boyfriend, they're riding on the new motorbike you bought them. They appreciate it. It's not in your best interest. You got a fiance, in 9 years you'll live with her? No. Okay, if you hate your job, if you fucking hate your job and you don't want to go into work every day, you need to make a change right now. Why would you spend 8 more years in a job that you hate just so you can get $650 a month? Not worth it. Not worth it at all. Make a change right now. Get you some type of job or business or some type of gig that you generate money in right now that you don't hate. Listen, we all got a plan for tomorrow. It's obvious, as we all have to eat. But if you plan out too long, your fucking grand strategy. I'm a chess player. I play chess. Okay, motherfucker, while you're sitting there playing goddamn chess and a fucking goddamn meteor drops out of the sky and drops on your head and you're dead, who gives a fuck what your next move was? Right? If you wait too long to implement a plan, you could be dead before that plan ever gets phase 1. Would I rather have $1,000 US per month starting at 62 Or would I choose $2,000 per month starting at 65? Give me that 1,000 motherfucking dollars per month at 62. Even if it was $500 a month, give me that fucking money at 62. There's no guarantee or even a probability that I'm gonna make it to 65. Okay, that's just an example. Give me my fucking money now and let me live life, because it don't matter how much money you're entitled to every month if you're dead. You know how much money you're gonna collect every month if you're dead? Zero, motherfucker, zero. You ain't getting no money. Your family might get a little bit of benefits, but how much is going to you? Nothing, because you're fucking dead. Whatever money you can get it now. Get it now, fucking enjoy it and spend it. Don't worry about what could be in the future. It's like predicting the fucking price of Bitcoin tomorrow. Jesus Christ. So, and it don't matter how much money that you got coming in every month if you can't get your ass out of a rocking chair or if you're shitting yourself. Time is coming like a freight train. Time is coming like a freight train, and you're tied to the tracks, my friends, and ain't nobody gonna stop that train. Ain't nobody gonna stop it. My dad's got a saying, and he always says, don't worry about dying. Death gonna take care of itself. Always has and always will. Just worry about living. A lifestyle change. So, you know, you see all these photos and retirement videos, right? Just search retirement. You know what you're going to see? You're going to see this. You're going to see a beach or a swimming pool. And that clicks your brain into, oh, retirement video. How does he do it? Listen. It's all a facade. If you live in an apartment complex, you got a swimming pool. I lived in Florida, South Florida. I went to the beach every day, right? I wasn't retired. I was working 60, 70 hours a week. But I got off at 6:30 in the morning. I went to Fort Lauderdale Beach. I did a run, swim. Then I went home, I bicycled to the pool in my neighborhood. If I had done videos, you would have thought I was on the lifestyles of the rich and famous. No, I was just enjoying what I had, the amenities that I had available to me. So, if you're dreaming about going to the beach every day, fucking move to Florida. Pretty fucking simple. You're dreaming about a swimming pool? Get an apartment that's got a swimming pool. This is a facade. Okay, yes, I'm in a swimming pool. Yes, I'm in Southeast Asia. But it's not an impossible dream to live. And if you think that you're gonna wait until you're 66 years old to have enough money to live this, you're gonna be a dead man that never got to live this. Yes, I'm in Pattaya, Thailand right now, but I promise you, name a fucking state in America. It doesn't matter if I'm in Newark, New Jersey. I'd be hanging out by a swimming pool. I'd be barbecuing. It doesn't matter. And you know what? I didn't have to wait until I was 66 years old to do so. It's all about a mindset. You know, when I was in Florida, I went to the beach every day after work. I had a little Toyota pickup truck at the time. I had 2 folding lounge chairs in the back with a little grill. They stayed in the back of my truck. I'd go to the beach, set them lounge chairs up. I had a boat down there. Now, it wasn't an expensive boat. I paid less than $4,000 for that fucking boat, but drink margaritas on the beach. I always have frozen margaritas in the freezer at my house. You know that bucket where you just take it and go? Not expensive. How much to go to the beach? Fucking parking fee, $5. How much to chill in a pool at your apartment complex? It's free. You don't got to put a pool in. You don't want your own pool. Trust me. You want to go to somebody else's pool like twice a month. That's it. You don't want your own pool. So, I'm going to submit to you that you don't want to retire early. You don't want to retire now. What you want is a lifestyle change. Whether it's sort of drastic and you want to go live with your lady down in Central America or the Philippines, which requires some major planning, you know, get you some remote type work going on, or go teach English for $1,000 a month, or you're just tired of Newark and you need a change and you need to move down to South Florida and go to the goddamn beach every day. Oh, I can't do it because of this and that. I got that. It's all fucking excuses. The same way I was giving that brother excuses at Club Lucifer. Man, I don't got insurance. Motherfucker, I got insurance. 75, my friends. If you're a U.S. male, 75 years old, that's the average of what you got to work with. You live to be after 75, good on you, because I plan to live to be 100. But I know that once I hit 75, 80, I'm going to slow down a little bit and my body's going to start shutting down. I'm going to give it hell. I plan to give it hell. When I was young, I thought I would die young, and now that I've passed 50, motherfuckers, I'm going to be the longest person posting travel shows on YouTube as long as YouTube's still around. When I'm motherfucking 100 years old, I'm still going to be hitting published. I'm going to be infamous. I'm going to be in the Guinness Book of World Records. That's how I feel right now. When the Grim Reaper comes looking for me, number one, I'm going to take off running and I'm going to hide. And 3 months later, when that somebody finally does find me and he gets up close to me, I'm going to kick him in the fucking balls and I'm going to take off running again. And I got another 3 months. That's my plan. When death comes for me, they better be ready for a fucking fight. That's how I feel right now. 50-year-old pirate. Look at all that hair. Motherfuckers, I still got a full head of hair. I'll talk about this a lot. Some little jackass. I was headed over to Cambodia a few years ago. It's fucking hot here in Southeast Asia, right? It's hot. Went to the barbershop. I'd had a few beers. I said, man, that damn army cut, man. Buzz that shit. Give me a buzz cut. It's hot. Did a couple videos, and this young buck said, you're nothing but an old bald-headed bastard. I'm like, motherfucker, like watch the video previous to that. You'll see I had a full fucking head of hair. God damn. I told that motherfucker to give me a buzz cut. It was hot. You're nothing but an old bald-headed bastard. Shout out to you, my young buck. Like I said at the beginning of this video, I'm an absolute genius. Steven Spielberg just called me and said, man, holy shit. Why did we not put wireless mics on beer? You just solved the issue. Don't worry about it, Steven, man. I'm not trying to copyright it, man. You do what you need to do, man. Alright, folks, that's my little talk. By no means is that a comprehensive video about retirement, but if I invoke thought about one issue, then I win. I guess the overall thing about the video, about all my retirement videos, is that holy shit, folks, we're gonna die. You don't know when that's coming. Most of us are gonna die a lot younger and a lot sooner than we plan. And so if you're planning your retirement and you're using 100, I think you should probably take it down and plan your retirement to 75. 75 should be your cutoff, and say, these are my plans. This is what I want to do. And if you make it to 75, then everything after that is gravy. Gravy on the taters. I want to shit in your hat, and I want Mae West. What movie was that from? Some of y'all get it. Anyhow, what I've learned over here. So at the end of the video, I'm going to qualify myself. What does this motherfucker that just turned 50 know about retirement? That's a great question. It's a great question, right? People want to know, what qualifies you to talk about a subject? Well, there's nothing about me that's retired. But I did move to Southeast Asia in my mid to late 30s. And every time I went to the bar, most of my friends were 65 to 80. I would say the average age was probably like 68, 66. And so you would be drinking with these cats, and then, you know, you see them every day, every night, right? And then all of a sudden one day they don't come to the bar. People get worried. 3 days later, somebody goes over there, his Thai wife, oh, he died, Thai Lao. You know, he's dead. And so all of my drinking buddies that I first started out with here in Thailand, they're all dead. These aren't close friends, they're just people I would go to the bar and drink with, right? But when you're sitting there drinking with a demographic that's 68 to 75 years old, hey, they're going to start dropping like flies. And I saw that. And again, I was the youngest dude there in the bar. So what I realized was all these cats had these long-term plans that never materialized. They would plan, they had their shit planned out to be like at 100, and they fucking dropped dead at 68 or 69 or 70. They planned 30 years too long. Now again, you got to plan for tomorrow, but there's no guarantee that tomorrow's coming. And so they all died. Not all of them. Some of them were fucking broke. But the guys with money, they died with big money in the bank that they were rationing like there's no tomorrow. Like, dude, it's okay to buy a beer after happy hour. You've got $2 million in the bank. You know what I mean? No, after happy hour's over, they're out of there. So just what I learned was they all planned too long. They had too long of a planning horizon. Not one motherfucker I know over here, you know, made it to 82. Now he's in a nursing home up the road. No, they're all dead. They got burned up at the temple, cremated. That's the culture. I was supposed to go out tonight to eat with Amy and Ann, but I knew I was going to do this video, and I knew I was going to start drinking. And I was like, you know what? I just stay at home. I'll just stay here at the crib and chill out. I might take them ladies out to eat tomorrow night. So with that, folks, that's the end of my notes. Yeah, that's the end of my notes. It's by no means complete. I will never tell you or anybody what to do. It's your life. It's like when they talk about if you're going to hike the Appalachian Trail, don't get on there and listen to somebody to tell you have to go here. No, you hike your own hike. And life is about living your own life. And I don't like the word retirement, but your retirement is your retirement. You do it your way, how you want to do it. Don't let your company, Social Security, don't let anybody tell you how to live the best last years of your life. Okay? What did J-Dog said? The worst case that can happen is you live 5 years. in paradise, in your prime, and it doesn't work out, or you get bored, or you run out of money, what's the worst case? You got to go back to the fucking grind. But it don't matter because you're in the fucking grind right now. It's like being in prison. Say you have a life sentence, or, well, maybe that's not it. Say you have a 30-year prison sentence, right? You go to prison when you're 30. But at 40, they say, hey, we'll let you out of prison from 40 to 45 if you want to, but we got to add that 5 years on the back end. There's no thinking about that. You take it. You fucking take it and do your fucking prison time when you're 85. Does that make sense? I've had a few, so my analogies might be not up to speed. Who the hell is this texting me? Hold on, let me check this out. This video is going to be lightly edited. If it's out of focus, as long as the audio is okay, I don't give a shit about anything else. Oh, damn. People texting me here. Oh, it's the old lady. Little 4th G's already asleep. He's tired from the day. Went to school today. But you know, as I tell them, keep them babies up as late as you can, because if you let them go to bed, you know, if they get tired from in the morning and they go to bed at 3, well, goddamn, they're gonna wake up at 9 and be up all night. Keep them up as long as you can, you know. Try to get them to sleep all night. Anyhow, big shout out to Fatima Arshine. Doing a great job with the kids back over there in Angeles City. I miss them babies. Maybe that's another topic for another video. The gentleman who coined the term second-time dads, he recently passed away. Dr. Corness here in Patia. Sad to hear. I read his book. It's called Falang. And I think he wrote another book too. Maybe he wrote 2 or 3. I don't know. I read his first one. Sort of a local celebrity around Patia. He recently died. But in one of his books, he called us old guys who leave the West, come over, and we have kids and start over. Second-time dads. That's what he called us. He was a second-time dad too. Recently passed away. My brother, thank you very much. Beautiful words in your books. Alright, folks. I'm going to sign off of here. I got to finish this Heineken. And I'm going to fire up this sweet... Is it Sweet Mary Jane or Sweet Jane? This isn't marijuana. This is a cigar. Thank y'all very much, whoever sent it to me. Hey, if you're not a subscriber on my channel, bottom right hand corner of your screen, I want you to hit that Overstay Road sign and get on board my train like a champion. Could change your life. At least give us one of them, what do you call them things? You gotta hit them thumbs ups. Whatever the hell they call that. That helps out with the Google squirrels. Look at that. How to get great audio in a swimming pool. Don't worry, I'm not gonna patent the technique. I'll share it with all y'all. Folks, I'll tell you one more thing, then I'm gonna cut the video. Let me say this about the FX3 first. Folks, I've had this camera out in the hot Thailand sun, and when I start using this FX3, I just turn it on, I don't turn it off, because I don't like the power switch. So how do I defeat that? I just turn it on and leave it on. This thing has never done a thermal shutdown, never even given a heat warning. This thing is an absolute champion in the sun and the heat. And that's what I needed. I can't deal with nothing that does a thermal shutdown. I will not deal with that piece of equipment. So Sony FX3, Sony 35mm 1.4 G Master lens, outstanding. I'm gonna do a full review on this. That's coming if you're into cameras. It's Friday night here in Pattaya, Thailand. What should I do? Should I call it an evening, or should I call Amy and Ann and say, you know what, let's go out to eat? Nah, I've had a few. I'm gonna call it a night. I'm gonna go get me some food, watch some movies, video chat with my babies and them ladies back in Angeles City. Call it a night. Just be a good boy. A good boy like I am. Big shout out to Big Money Benny. Man, can't wait to see you, buddy. Big Money Benny's doing well in Australia. Yes, he has a new baby boy. He's doing well. His wife's doing great. And I give a big shout out to her sister. Wow. My goodness. Alright, folks, I'm out of here. You want me to, all you ladies, you want me to do the David Hasselhoff getting out of the swimming pool? You do? I'll do it for you. Here you go, ladies.